I'm not a tall carpenter, which doesn't really know what I am. But yeah,
Odd job, man.
yeah, the odd jobber, yeah.
Are you putting it on YouTube?
I'm going to put it on YouTube, yeah. So it's, I know, well, I ain't got a lot of content. Let's take that viral, kids. Yeah, whack that on the internet. Come along for the ride. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. Starting a new job today. If you watched last week's video, firstly, I'm really sorry. Secondly, thank you very much. Wasn't a very good video. I know that. I know when I do good, or I think I know when I do good ones. Think I know when I do bad ones. It seems to make all difference to how I get pushed out on YouTube. Who cares? I don't care. It's not what it's about. Yeah, I have got a small dream to get to 1,000 just to see what's going to happen from there. Just in terms of, can this, you know, generate money rather than lost time. But yeah, what am I doing? I am starting this new job. Now, I get all my hardwoods from a company called Glenmere in Market Harbour, a fantastic company, love them to bits. This I've changed to green oak. Now, I don't know if they even sell green oak, but there's a company near me in Corby called UK Timbers, which sort of supposed to specialise in all this. I've used them once before for some posts, and I was really quite impressed just with how it went. So I've contacted them. They've done all my green oak ready for me to machine. That was going to be delivered today. I then thought, oh, I've got to start this job and I'm going to need some softwood timbers. I checked online, they sell all that as well. And I thought, cancel the delivery, say you're going to pick it up, because then I can go over there and rummage around, have a little chat, maybe get some discount. And also I've got a lock to fix for my brother-in-law in Corby. And I just thought, oh, I can make all this work in one day. So I'm going to jump in here now. I've asked her, she said you can film. I'm going to jump in this new job. It's not the sort of job I'd normally take on. It's a terrible job really, and it's awkward. It's almost non-doable, but I'm just going to make it work because she needs it. It's one of those, you'll get them sometimes for customers. This is never going to go on Instagram. I'm never going to, she did say you put pictures up and stuff, but I'm not, it's never going to be promoted. This is just, she's in a hole. To be honest with you, the house that the bloke built is terrible. But anyway, she's in a hole. She needs this outside storage. I'm just going to jump on and do it, you know, and make the best job I can of it with the budget that we've set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film me, basically going to probably just be breaking out some holes, whether or not I film that or whether or not I just film what my plan is. But yeah, come along for the ride. What a prick. What a prick. What a prick I am, talking to myself in the van when it's raining. Right, yeah, so jump on it, and then like I say, if I get my shopping list together, I can then go pick up the stuff. Because what the danger is in a situation like this is you turn up mob-handed and then you want to change the plan as you go, because it's not really, it's an adaptable one, this. So yeah, we're just going to start, and then we're going to make a list sort of middle of the day. Then I'm going to nip over, pick all the timber up, ring ahead, make sure they're okay with that, fix this lock, then I'll be done for the day. Then tomorrow I'll have a van load of timber, and I'll just get up really early and psych myself up, and I'm just gonna go, like, I might even pick up the chainsaw and just really go for it. Like, really go for it. Notching, bird's mouthing, postcreting, podging. Who knows what podging is? Right then, speak to you in a bit. We're here. Don't know whether I should find out. I have to watch this one back, see if I need to get the dead cat mic. This is the job as such. I don't know if I'm going to come all the way to here or just to where this gate is, but this gate's coming out because it's a bit of a mess really. I can't be bothered to shut it and show you, but nothing really we can see. It just doesn't look right. Yeah, so we're going to basically have a timber just underneath this soffit all the way down, with some rafters coming down to here, where I'm going to put some posts all the way down with a timber and a plastic roof, just so this is all enclosed, because she's just got no outside storage. So it's going to be a full alleyway. I'll put a picture that she sent me. It's not going to be quite like that, it can't be, but the trick is to not come near, not to be, you know, fixed off this fence obviously. Dig down in here, get some posts in. I don't need to put that many posts in, so I can just span this with a big timber, because I think the bigger the timber the better for fitting the guttering on. I'm about to, slabs are loose, so I've got to dig down tight in here. And to make it worse, the alleyway is not square, it's completely tapers out. In fact, how do you know if you build it without square? Well, if you build this, it's terrible. I'll show you this. Oh. So this is your paving. Then when he's got to the corner, look at the slits he's put in to tweak himself back round to run this path down square. Yeah, so basically this end square, this, I mean, whether it should be parallel or not to this is hard to say, but it's definitely not. It doesn't look anywhere near out as it is. It's miles out. About 150 mil, I think. Anyway, what I've got to do is get my posts in here. That's going to be tricky. I'm about to undo that drain and make sure that basically undo that drain and make sure there's not a drain all the way down here. There was plant pots everywhere when I was here before, so I just didn't see if there was a drain cover there. It doesn't matter though, you know, needs to be done. Hopefully there's not. So if I don't pick the camera back up and the next shot you see is of me digging holes with a happy face, you know that we're good to go. If I pick it back up and I'm like, oh, nightmare, yeah, it'd be good fun now, wouldn't it? Might get some more views. It's all gone wrong. Right, I'm gonna jump on it then. I'll probably just film me digging when all that. So I'm gonna get as many holes, I'm gonna get all the holes dug out. This is the plan. All the holes dug out, then my material list, then go pick the materials up. And even if I get time in the morning, I might notch the post out in the workshop. We'll see. Right, yeah. Basically, the big problem I've got is so I've broken them all out. This is sort of like roughly how deep I've gone at the moment. It's about 320 mil. Yeah, well, 350 from the top of this. Sorry, 300 mil, then 350 from the top of that. Yeah, they vary, they're all different heights. But basically, the problem I've got is I can't get some of these posts are leaning too much. By the time I get a post up there, my plan was to get a 4-inch post up. But where's a good example? So it's like here, it's wider. You see, my plan was to get a 4-inch post up, and I could just sneak some guttering in, just tight against here, because they are leaning out a bit. I sort of measured it. I put a level on it. I only came around that corner. It was dark. You can see how much some of them are leaning out, but then there's the odd one that's leaning in, and they're solid. They're not moving. The posts. I can't flex them over for the guttering. I want to use 4-inch post, so I've got some concrete in post brackets, and I've just notched out these bits, and I'm just going to quickly cut out some MDF or whatever I've got on the van, which isn't a lot, some little like formers, 250 by 250 or something, drop them in there, and then just fill them with concrete and drop the post bracket in, and then just basically drop that in each hole. The only problem is, like this one, I can't dig out any further because it's landed on where that post is, but that's solid. Yeah, the reality is this, it's basically just a few posts with some timbers on. I've got posts every 2.7, less there actually, but yeah, be fine. Right, I'm gonna go do that now, then I'll just pick you up when I've concreted, you know, and I've got them into a nice string. I don't know, find some sort of artistic shot for you. No time lapse though, I might get a time lapse tomorrow, I'm just gonna tell the lady. Right, speak to you in a bit. He hammered it down, absolutely hammered it down. They're in anyway, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So what I've done, a bit of a state to be honest with you, but they'll come out all right. What I've done, this is a good one, a bit of gravel around it, yeah. So basically I'll cut a little bit of MDF, all exactly the same size. They're 250 by what have you. They're not level, but I've just floated the concrete in level. So I've cut that bit of MDF, poured concrete in there. Obviously that's filled massively into the hole. I've had to cut a slot into the paving and just take a bit of the paving out to get the bottom arm of this bracket in. But what I'm going to do, I didn't have enough MDF to shut at the back, and it's too messy because some of these brackets, they're not landing exactly the same place as the others, and they're actually really heavily like sprung in and twisted. If you look at that one, it looks like it's leaning, but it's only one arm that's leaning, the back arm's level. So it's hard to sort of gauge. I'm just going to put a disc cut, I think, in there tomorrow or when I'm done, and then fill that in with gravel so that this line, I mean, you can see it's all chipped and they're different sizes anyway, but so that this line continues through, and so just you get a straight line against the gravel basically. Yeah, and I guess I've got to go get this timber now. I can't really sit around all day polishing up the top of these 5 pads, so I guess I'll just buff them out with a pad or something tomorrow. if I'd have, you know, cut them out into the floor and sunk the posts into the floor, you got a mortar, you can't, you got to cut them out so tight so the mortar join looks good around the posts. You're not going to get enough concrete around the holes, and some of these slabs don't feel the best either. So I just thought, yeah, put the shoes on. It's serviceable then, isn't it? We can always change the post if we need to. Right, I've got to do my list, go get me materials, go and get this lock fitted as well. Then I might pick you up later, if not it'll be tomorrow, jumping on getting the timber work in. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. It's rained all morning. Yeah, what a place to be. Right, so what's been going on? Even look at the camera, look at that. I've cleared all these back. Give it a sweep. It's a pot, I don't know if anyone else does this, but they just think, oh, I'll come in the morning and I'll just give it a quick sweep up. And then before you know it, it's about an hour and a half sweeping the bloody floor. Because you just, I don't know, sometimes I just like it to be nice and clean to start. So I've cut all these back along the back. I mean, they are sort of what they are. As you can see, we've got two different profiles of coping, or 3 or 4 actually, and I'll just cut them back, put some gravel in there. They look a bit of a mess. By the time the post goes in, and I'll rub all that concrete, give it like a wire brush, give it some sort of finish, like universal textured finish. It's a good word, isn't it? Anyway, what am I doing? I'm putting this plate up, but I've got a bit of a problem. Obviously, else I wouldn't pick you up. I don't tell you all the good stuff, do I? Oh, actually, I've got something good. Yeah, look, if you like this. All the carpenters of the year out there, where you know, when they put their handsaw on a nail and then clip their laser level to it. Just one up to you. Check this out. Who's ever done that? Who's ever done that? Stuck a pointing trowel and a gutter into it. Yeah, we could go viral with that. Let's take that viral, kids. Yeah, whack that on the internet. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, here's another one for you. Look. What? I'm by myself, so I've cut one of the fence posts down. Used it as a dead man. Yeah, so I've gone along here with my laser. I keep moving my laser along. I've had it on the windowsill and that, rather than setting the tripod up, just because it's been so windy down there. It's been raining. It's just been a nightmare. It's not enough room either. So I've just been literally propping it on the windowsill, on the gutter, wherever I can get it really, and just been using it as a datum. I don't know if anyone else ever does this with their laser, but you don't need it to be a certain measurement. You just need it to be like a reference point. So I just go along. I just physically make sure I'm directly underneath where I've started for my first datum, and then just keep moving it along and just make sure that I'm using the datum underneath where I'm hammer drilling, if that makes sense. I've had to do a bit of notching out as well, because there's vents, wheat vents for above the lintel, but anyone that knows anything about it knows there's going to be no moisture in there, because it's only 1 course of brick. What else have we been doing? Oh, now so actually I watched a Tall Carpenter video the other night. I watched a Tall Carpenter video the other night, and he's done a stud wall and he's used his laser level to cut the top of his studs, which I've never done, but it made sense in his application. It was a very good idea actually. Whether or not I'm copying that or not, I don't know. Whether or not I would have just done that anyway here, I don't know, because it's, you know, when you're doing carpentry, you're not always doing the same thing, are you? But I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and get the laser level somewhere, and I'm going to stand each fence post up, work out what pitch I want, and I'm going to mark each one, cut it, and then hopefully it's going to stop raining so I can get the miter saw out, and I'm going to do a notch on it, which will take the 6x2. That's going to be like the wall plate going along here, if that makes sense. And the plan was to try and use 5x2 originally and bird's mouth these top ones, but I'm going to put a bit more of a pitch on it. I've had to use 4x2 because I just got to clear the window, obviously. And this is not level. That's the other thing. Just touch on that quickly. There's a pig in this job. I mean, I'm showing 3/4 of a brick here, and I'm barely touching the brickwork down there. I mean, even if you look down the fascia, it's a nightmare. New build as well. It's terrible. I mean, look at that. Look at that foot. Yeah, believe it or not, the timber's pretty level, pretty straight, pretty level. So I've got to get my opal sheets underneath. My twin wall sheets underneath there, and it varies, so I've had to find the tightest point and go to that and give myself a few mil of tolerance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out what my pitch. So I've actually managed to get this in banging level, because that will help you. If you get that plate level and I get this plate level, theoretically although I'm going to have to cut them different. I'm going to have to adjust them because I don't know how. Oh no, I've got it parallel now. I've got it parallel and level. They'll all be the same, which would be a bonus. And then yeah, I can set my laser level, cut these level. I can work out my pitch. Now we've got a steaming up. No, got a smear on the camera. What is that? That's what? Oh dear. It's better, isn't it? 4K. And basically, if I get enough of a pitch on, it'll be so much of like a plumb cut on the end of my rafter. It'll want a seat in there nicely. It won't want bird's mouthing at the top. You don't need to, there's no weight on it, but I just wanted it to be quite a strong connection. I will bird's mouth the bottom, that will give it a bit of a connection. Essentially, it's just like a ridge cut, like a plumb cut on a ridge board. Right, I'm going to nip home and get a coffee actually, because I only live down the road. I'm going to come back and get on it. Hopefully it will stop. It's only spitting now, so I think this is the end of the rain. I'm hoping, and then that means I can just get the miter saw out, which will be a lot easier for notching the posts. But worst case scenario, I'll do it with the skill saw and finish it off with this old hand saw, which is, any time I ever do anything like this, I always forget to buy a new hand saw, so that's probably Celotex on my look. Right, anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. I didn't feel we're doing it, did I? But we're done. Well, not done, but close to being done. As you can see, I'm walking down the gauntlet. So basically, I've just tacked them on for now. Put these diagonal braces in. I will put 2 more in the middle as well. They're literally just tacked on with wood screws. These as well, they're just pre-drilled with some wood screws. But I've got them on centre. Same here where they join. I've got them on centre. And what I'll do is I'll just take the edge off of this and put some bolts in there. I've got to put bolts in the bottom as well. But yeah, the pads don't look too bad. You know, if you look, well, it probably looks better the other way. You see the light. The only thing I should have done was we were debating how far to come out, because we're going to get rid of this gate. And I think I was just going to come just in front of the gas meter, but then she was like, "Oh, do you reckon you could go to the end?" I sort of mentioned it, and then I just didn't think about it. When I started setting my posts out, I've gone 3 metre or under 3 metres, so I can use a 3 metre timber. So whatever, they're all equal. It doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice if I'd have, and then the last one, sorry, I didn't finish what I was saying, and the last one is, whatever, you know, just like, it's about 800 mil under. So it would have been nice if I'd have just put one in the centre. Having said that, I probably couldn't because of that drain, thinking about it, so that'll be my excuse. If I get, you know, if someone mentions it. Yeah, sorry I didn't film me building it really, but yeah, it looks alright, doesn't it? I've got all the other rafters and stuff down here, they're all done. I couldn't use the bloody Capex for notching these out for doing these notches, because the depth set on it on the 120 doesn't let you do 50 mil out of a 4-inch, which is ridiculous, because that's one of the, you know, all my other DeWalt's, they do it. It's a bit annoying, but a Festool can be a bit arrogant like that, you know. They just sort of think, well, it's not a framing saw, so you can't use it for 2-inch timber. Fucking annoying, but yeah. So same detail this end, double bird's mouth, 45-degree brace, got my foot on, and I have a gate here as well. I've just got to measure now for the gates, measure for my roofing, polycarbonate sheets, because I wasn't really sure what centres I was going to use. What one, you know, you want to make sure you're missing like things like, I've got to miss that, I've got to do some sort of cutout for these vents, so that you just got to set it all, let them work from there. And then what I'll do is, when it's all done, when I know where my rafters are going, that's when I'll put the bolts in, because I've got to resin bolt those as well, or, you know, whatever, sleeve bolt or something. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of this gate, put a new one on, and same gate down that end, and then this will actually all be enclosed. I've got my room for a gutter in there, just might have to use 75mm gutter, mini flow, but you know, I can't really do much more. I can't come over too much more with the posts. I was sort of dreading this job really, because I didn't think it'd be much of a job, but actually it's made a decent Yeah, made a decent job of it, really, you know, for a little area. Yeah, I think so anyway. Right, oh, and I've got to put the bolts in the bottom. I've said that, haven't I? But these little feet look all right, you know. Not too bad. All weathering all right. Is he on fire? It's Wednesday evening, after school. How happy are you to be here, Jessie?
Yeah. So happy.
Are you happy, Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie's making something. You've already glued some wood together from last time, I've just found out. That was nice. Yeah, so we're back in the workshop, just coming in the evening because I've got the fire so I can stay warm. Yes, mate, yeah, full your boots. Basically, we've just thickness and planed, unclamped the chopping boards they did, thickness and planed them. We've got the template that Jessie cut out the other week on the bandsaw. 2 seconds, mate. It was going to be a template, but it's kind of like, it's as rustic as it is, the way he's cut it, and it won't really, it might translate quite well to a template for a router, but he was actually quite good on the bandsaw. So I'm just thinking, I might just let him draw around this and recut to on the bandsaw, and then it will be truly more made by him, because obviously I can't let him use the thickness and planer. But he was quite good on the bandsaw. Yes, Frankie.
I'm trying to, I need a draw.
Yeah, any chance you could just give him...
I need a draw or something.
Yeah, I need 20 seconds to finish this video.
1, 2, 3.
That's helpful, I'm counting. Basically, I'm not working tomorrow because I'm going to London to go see a band called Big Special. It's the third time I've seen them this year. I saw them at a pub earlier on in the year, and then I was actually going to Ali Pally to see Sleaford Mods. I was thinking about it 2 seconds, and I found that these guys were supporting Sleaford Mods, so I was like, I've got to go see them again. They're brilliant. Big Special. Check them out. Really, really decent band. And as of last week, they had less subscribers than me on YouTube. So this gig I'm going to is like it's a pub gig. They're obviously booked before they have supported Sleaford Mods at Ali Pally. So it's just exciting, really. I like it when you find a band that you really like and they've yet to make it, or they are making it. They're doing ever so well now. But they deserve it. They're lovely lads, and the music's brilliant. Yes, let's go. Let's do it. Sorry, yeah, all right. So I'll see you Friday. Let's have a look.
Give me the pencil. Eyebrows? No.
Yeah, to be fair, that is a face. Sorry, mate. I thought it was something else. Yes, give Frankie the pencil now, please. I don't know, mate. Right, cool. Right, good afternoon. It's Friday afternoon. I've done no work today because I've met up with an old friend of mine, Pete Haynes.
Right.
Yeah, from, what's your channel called?
A collection of.
A collection of. So check him out on YouTube. Just started a YouTube journey.
Yeah, 37
it's not,
subscribers.
30. He's not quite a internet mogul like me with 600 and...
But I'm like
49.
inside the YouTube now.
Yeah, so yeah, his stuff's pretty cool. Check it out. It's basically, how would you describe it? In fact, let me describe it, and then you can
describe it. Yeah,
I'll describe it, and then you can describe it.
I'll
So basically, it's urban, trendy, London, modern wank. That's not really It's really like it's like all birch ply, so it's like more high end than like the MDF stuff I'm doing. It's like clean lines, and he puts like a Formica sort of laminate on, just like really cool sort of colours. Yeah, I don't really know how else to sum it up. From what I see, it looks sort of quite crisp, modern, and yeah.
Just keep saying modern.
Modern, yeah, modern. You say, oh, what is it?
Say modern.
No,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I just learned through YouTube, so this is. So me starting the YouTube is kind of going back round full circle.
Oh, that's pretty cool, yeah.
But yeah, I've only been doing it for like 4 years, but I've known Matt from like back in the skateboard BMX days.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to come and see like a fully built workshop and get some inspiration.
Pete's stuff's like is really like, I feel like you've undersold yourself there though, because your stuff is like really like you say you've only been doing it 4 years, but it's really, you can see it's really well established. It's got like a unique style, whereas mine doesn't really have any sort of unique style other than everything's uniquely odd. Yours is like really sort of systemized, considered. I'd say so. Mine's not considered.
I wouldn't say that I'm a carpenter or I'd say I'm a furniture designer. In that way,
that's a good.
Is that a big statement?
Yeah, that's a good way to have. That is. That's really, really good. I'd say that I wouldn't really know what I am, but
odd job, man.
The odd jobber. Yeah. So Yeah, just go check out the stuff. I think you'd be really, really impressed when you see it's like if you check out his Instagram. What's your Instagram? A collection,
Collection.info.
So
link in the description.
Yeah, I don't actually know if I can do that.
You can do that.
Yeah, I always say I'm going to do it, and then I get to the end of the video and I don't get a chance to do it. I might just put a picture up on the screen. All my pictures aren't links, so don't ever try and click them. No, I will put a link in. I'll have to learn that this week. Yeah, we were just chatting about that, about how like, because I started this internet thing, not internet. I've been on the internet a while. I started this YouTube thing, end of January. Yeah, nearly a year. Yeah, and it was basically to try and learn partly how to edit and put stuff together. And I follow a lot of people on YouTube and Instagram, and I was fascinated with the whole world of it. I did obviously want to get to 1,000 subscribers, probably by the end of the year. That's not going to happen. Well, that's your call if you want to do that. But yeah, and like, yeah, I guess like from where you're coming from, you've got more of an insight into that world originally, haven't you?
Yeah, so yeah, I was a photographer before.
Yeah,
so
and doing websites and stuff. You did like one of my wife's websites, didn't you? Yeah, so like, yeah, it's interesting like seeing two different takes on it. Like, so Pete's imagine if I wasn't recording this, by the way. No, I am, yeah. So like Pete's sort of take on it is this is how I see it. You already knew a lot of the technological and how to edit things probably, and like,
I guess even just when I finish a job, I'm thinking, or even going through it, I'm thinking, what's this going to look like as a finished image?
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's like probably a guy down the road that's been doing it for 40 years, but he never takes a photo of anything.
Yeah.
So like we were just talking about SketchUp and being able to like present that to a customer.
Yeah.
Like some people would be like, I can do your wardrobe, and then they're like, what colours are it going to be?
Yeah.
Like brown. I don't know. But like trying to visualise that in SketchUp or in a photo or whatever is like really useful.
So I've touched on this year, like how valuable SketchUp a tool is, because I've only been using it really a couple of years. And I was a nightmare for just like giving people or just basing stuff off people's images they got. Although I'd always got a clear image in my mind, and I want to have a unique design, to what I'm doing. I was basing it on other people's images, and I wasn't able to represent myself very well. But I feel like you've started from a point where you've always represented yourself well. You can basically see how he's dressed and I'm dressed. That will tell you all you need to know. Right, I'm rambling now anyway, so I've got to go. Fire's on. We're going out. It's not really that warm, so I'm leaving the doors open. So this week, I obviously did that job where I was doing the outdoor building thing, and I was going to buy some gates for that, but because I brought the posts in a little bit more, just because the fence is leaning a bit, the actual building's leaning a bit, I've actually had to bring the posts in too far so that I can't buy a gate that will fit. And also I went to go look at some gates this morning and they were absolutely terrible. So I'm just going to make the gates. I'm not going to do that now because I've been chatting to Pete for about, 4 hours? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, 2 hours. Oh, feels like 4 hours, yeah. Yeah, so I suppose I could make the gates now, but I'm not. So next week I'll be making the gates for that. I've got this green oak here that I'll be making that porch with, and I'll put the video up there. Yeah. Oh, and I went to, you're going to have to watch this now because I like to do it in one take. I went to London yesterday to watch that big special gig. They said I could use their music for the video, but I've not actually filmed anything to do music to, so that's a bit of a shame. And I also, just in case Steve the Mac is one of my viewers, I'm really, really sorry about our interaction, our meeting yesterday at the gig. I basically... I just took it a little bit far, and I probably just gave you quite a lot of life advice that you didn't really need because I was absolutely hammered. So sorry about that, Steve, if you're a watcher. If not, I love you anyway. So see you later. Yeah, really, really sorry about that. I find it a bit awkward, to be honest with you, filming in front of people. And I think that's shown, hasn't it, in the past? It's definitely showed just then. I haven't seen Pete for a long time either, so it's sort of... Yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Basically... Yeah, I'm also sorry for the fact that I haven't done a lot of work this week. Trust me, it is a pain. You know, I took yesterday off to go in London and whatnot, see this gig. I'm also gutted about that because the two lads from Big Special said I could use the music. Haven't filmed anything to use the music to, so if you do watch this, lads, I'm really, really sorry. It'll be next week. I've not had the most productive day today as well, also because I've been slightly hanging, and also, full disclosure, me and my wife fell asleep on the train and we woke up not at our stop. So we got home a bit late. That's life, isn't it? You know, I'm a grown man, and all, but acting like a boy. Right, so thanks for watching this horrendous video. Next week's going to be better, I promise you. Oh, and actually, if you want them to be better, subscribe, because then I'll get a bit more momentum from it, you know. And also think about what the filming I could have done. If you subscribe and I get to over 1,000, I get a bit of money, I'm going to buy a drone. Imagine me doing that thing this week, but filming it with a drone. Anyway, speaking of subscribers or subscribing, I'm actually going around a subscriber's house now to quote a job. Guy got in touch with me in the week. Lives near me. He's like, yeah, you come round, mental. Cool, right then. See you next week.